Hey man, I've just been looking at some interesting things with Lewis Carroll and Alice in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll was basically a scientist, a mathematician, an intellectual, and he wrote Alice in Wonderland. And the character of the Queen, I like to believe six impossible things before breakfast, which is he's mocking an ideology which was coming through in academia at the time. It's not quirky mocking this idea of I believe in believing in impossibilities, which is pretty much the society we live in now, where common sense does not exist anymore at all. It's brute force of whose opinion has the most force behind it, which is seemingly able to predominate. The idea in George Orwell's book, even 1984, is where they interrogate, basically torturing him and making him accept that 2 + 2 is equal to 5. But when you think about it, this has actually been accepted for a long time already. This believing six impossible things before breakfast, and one of them happens to be compound interest and usury. The old famous Merchant of Venice and his mates, where their ewes and rams, well, their ducats breed faster than your ewes and rams. So basically, this compound interest is this impossible idea that wealth, magically exponential wealth, whereas we know in the real world, the actual products are not doubling and tripling in number magically. There is a real component. But of course, where they're getting rich, it means that somewhere along the line, they've robbed somebody else of actual products, actual prosperity. There's no such thing as in the physical realm that we live in. It's a load of rubbish. And this is one of the greatest lies that we accept, one of the 6 lies before breakfast. It seems that they're adding new ones daily. That the obscenity of the things that they expect people to believe. I mean, the war on terror, where you must, against everybody's real wishes, millions of people marched against it, go into the Middle East and blow them. And then on the same side of the government, they're saying, absolutely insisting that you accept these people from these countries. If you can accept that, that's another one of the 6 lies before breakfast. It's nothing to be proud of, to be part of this cabal of believing the lies and just going along to get along. Yeah, you'll be more successful, and that's a temporal thing, as we know. Nobody gets out of this alive. But this is what it is basically, is believing these impossible things and turning it. Once you can believe those gigantic lies, all these other things are easy to believe. Pandemic, the way the numbers have been done, pretty much the same way Biden's votes were counted. The way that they attacking any other form of medication, ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, it's so in your face. It's so obvious that by now you should be able to see it's a complete lie. And people secretly, I think they adore the beast. You know, when I go to the shops and I complain that they're making us wear masks, and I turn around and I have a go at everybody saying, "Why are you complying to this stuff?" You know, and one young girl actually pulls me to comply with it. Like, especially to, she can see I'm talking generally to everybody, but she wants to really make me know, if you want to wear your cowardice on your face, don't come and try and attack me because you're trying to show yourself as being brave when you're not. You're nothing but a coward. So, you know, a coward doesn't take on the entire establishment. The coward takes the knee and all of these type of things for BLM against their own interests, and definitely against, if they're a female, against my interests. This is a silent majority, and they quietly run around wearing their masks, and they quietly quite like what's going on. They don't have an iota of freedom. They're not at all perturbed by these. They don't have an iota of freedom lovingness in them. They're not perturbed about developments where you cannot even go to the beach in South Africa. You will have the bloody military come charging you down, the charge of the light brigade. I can't implore people more to take up arms against this. Simple as that. I know you think it's easier and it's safer to accept this the outside, but it's not. Long term, it's the 60 million dead in the Soviet Union over 70 years. They have infinite patience, and they shut the doors now on us, and it's time to fight back. It's the only way. Lockstep globally is what we need to get into place now. A global lockstep where we all collaborate with other people. I mean, I see already some people are a little bit more awake because they've all jumped onto this, what's it, Telegram, as if that's some magic bullet. But anyway, it seems to be that I can see lots of people jumping onto Telegram all of a sudden. And normal sort of middle of the range type of folks, maybe they see something a little bit worrying, but they haven't even begun to see the true picture of this thing. Global lockstep is how we can do this, as they've done it to us, incrementally and collaborating with one another across the world. I do it. I don't wear my mask. I fight for it everywhere I can. Of course, if I walk into a bank, they're just going to refuse me service, but I don't put it on without giving a speech so that everybody hears it. Yeah, so this is not going to stop. Why did they have to go and fight wars? I mean, for land, and then now they just summarily just removed any kind of land from you. You can't go to the beach. That's land. That's your country. Property that is yours as a citizen of that country. It's so in your face that it shouldn't take too much kind of waking up. Everybody's awake fundamentally, but I just think that others pretty much like where things are going. They're happy with it. They haven't been on the receiving end of anything really bad yet. Obviously, they, you know, content with where things are going. But that doesn't mean that the rest of us mustn't start fighting back. It's interesting development with the Rothschild death. I don't know if that means anything. Um, there was another Rothschild that died in mysterious circumstances, being hanged on a towel rail, which the detectives said straight up was not strong enough to have killed himself like that. So there were lots of discrepancies there. And also, is it not maybe an internal hit job? Because his mother, if I'm not mistaken, is actually Catholic. But yeah, perhaps he didn't want to go along with certain things. We don't know. This is the whole thing. Is a lot of it is unknown. We're not privy to their secret cabal meetings. With the thing in America is they're not coming for Trump. Don't be foolish thinking that in America. You people of America, they're coming for you, and they've already shown that clearly. The time for democracy is finished. It's time to actually fight. It is what it is. The choice is going to be made too late for many. And your cowardice is going to endanger everybody. So think about hiding away like Anne Frank in the attic or whatever, you know, scenario, fictional or true, that you want to imagine. Hiding in the Holodomor, hoping they will leave your farm alone. I don't know how else to implore people. I've run out of ways. I don't know when they're going to wake up and pick up the fight. So that's all for now on my anti cabal speech for the day. See you around.